No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So South Carolina's offense will take the first swing of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the tailback. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to do the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? In the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So LSU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll do it himself. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Guys, we talk about games that just somehow get away from you. I don't think there was a better example last year than that classic between LSU and South Carolina, which the Gamecocks did every single thing except finish.
Well, they got out to an early start. They didn't get a lot of help from the referees, that's for sure. There's some very questionable calls in that game. At the end of the day, though, good teams find ways to win games. Garrett Nussmeier and LSU pulled it out.
They did find a way to pull it out, but how about what this game could have meant for South Carolina? Like, they could have been in the college football playoff, and you talk about the refs, they were awful. I mean, the INT returned to the house, but we accidentally touched the quarterback or breathed on him. Some bad breaks, and South Carolina is not forgetting it.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. They'll try to power their way ahead. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. And you better look out, college football.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. quickly complete. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great job by the back on the option.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defense looks as if it's coming. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Offense facing fourth down.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He's loose. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, South Carolina! Excellent pass by the back on the option. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Got the quick completion. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. All out of space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Alabama. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack it.
It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
28, LSU 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll start this drive going to the air. And as he throws, that's caught. It's Anderson. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
LSU quick to the line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down with the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. What a cut. Now he's loose. Touchdown, LSU. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught over the middle, it's Bennett. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need
wide open spaces. Lots of running room. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They had that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you could tell he made them pay with a big gain down the field.
The Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Fakes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Coming out with it, it's Brown. And the returner will be brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
LSU right back to the line. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Fires one high and deep. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tiger. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
LSU 21.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Feeds him the stiff arm, and he's running free. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Jacobs. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage. You're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Good timing on the quick out. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
LSU 21.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great.
There he goes! After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Toast to coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Bennett.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bennett. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Back to pass. It's Sellers. Here's the pressure. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Pressure coming. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
To the air on second down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got him. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the comeback is on. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing to do. have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hunt. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Under fire. At the 40, there he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. To the air on first down. Fires left. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more...
Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
This quarterback is having a Heisman moment in this game. These are the types of games that Heisman voters are going to pay attention to. He's now got over 450 passing yards.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big... And here's the third interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows that. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Man.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Here he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 12 over Alabama. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
That's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the 4th quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being aggressive.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
Wants to throw on first down. Bring in the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. The pitch. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
The sure hands, it's Bennett.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You've got to be throwing to the sticks, or you've got to be throwing to the sideline so guys can get out of bounds.
Fires to the middle, and it's his 4th interception of the game. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.